When you're just starting to invest, it's easy to focus on potential gains and overlook the costs. You might think, what's a percent or two? But over a lifetime, those small percentages can add up to a truly staggering amount of money. For many households, it can mean hundreds of thousands of dollars less for retirement. While it's almost impossible to invest for free, understanding where these costs come from is your first and most powerful step to keeping more of your money. So, what fees should you watch out for, and how can you keep them as low as possible? Let's talk about that today on Invest Easy 101. The reality is, fees are a constant part of the financial world. Whether you're buying, holding, or selling an investment, there's usually a cost involved. Many of these fees are deducted automatically from your account, which makes them easy to miss. But it's crucial to pay attention. Think of fees as a direct drag on your returns. If your investments earn 6% in a year, but you pay 2% in fees, you only get to keep 4%. That's a big difference. Your goal should be to minimize these costs so your money can grow as much as possible. Some investments might be worth a higher fee for the service they provide, but others might just be weighing your portfolio down. Before we compare specific investments, let's cover two basic ways fees are structured. You'll generally encounter two types: variable fees and fixed fees. Variable fees change based on the size of your investment. They're usually a percentage of your account balance. Fixed fees are a set dollar amount, regardless of how much money you have invested. The type of fee you pay should influence how you manage your money. For example, a fixed fee can be a real problem for small investments. A $20 fee on a $100 deposit is a massive 20% loss right off the top, while that same $20 fee on a $10,000 investment is far less significant. As we get more specific, you'll see that different investment products come with their own unique fee structures. Let's walk through the common ones, starting with the most basic: buying stocks and ETFs directly. When you buy individual stocks or exchange-traded funds, your main cost is the brokerage fee. A brokerage is a company that acts as your gateway to the stock market, executing your buy and sell orders. To use a broker, you typically pay a transaction fee every time you place an order. This is often a flat dollar amount, like $5 or $10 per trade, or sometimes a small charge per share. Some brokers also charge an annual account fee just for holding your investments with them. The most affordable option here is usually an online or discount broker. They provide the basic service of placing trades and holding your securities, but don't offer much personalized advice. For that higher level of service, there are full-service brokers, but their help comes at a much higher cost. Different brokers also offer access to different types of investments, so it's important to research and choose one that fits what you want to buy. While using a broker gives you full control, the transaction fees can add up quickly if you trade often, which might not be ideal when you're starting with a small amount of money. This is where managed solutions often come in, like mutual funds or robo-advisors. These options usually charge what's called a management expense ratio, or MER. This is a variable fee expressed as an annual percentage of your investment. The MER covers the fund's operating costs, like paying the managers, marketing, and administrative work. You don't get a separate bill for it. The fee is quietly taken out of the fund's returns before you see them. Comparing MERs is a straightforward way to compare costs between funds. Typically, you'll see mutual funds with MERs ranging from 1% to 3%, while ETFs are often much lower, frequently under 0.5%. A robo-advisor will charge its own management fee on top of the MERs of the ETFs it buys for you, but this total cost is usually still lower than what a human financial advisor might charge. It's important to remember, though, that a low fee doesn't automatically mean a better investment. A bond fund will almost always have a lower MER than a stock fund, but it also typically offers lower long-term returns. And while ETFs and robo-advisors are known for low costs, some investors find real value in paying more for the personal advice and planning from a human advisor. The key is to know what you're paying for and decide if it's worth it to you. The MER isn't the only fee to watch out for with managed solutions. If you buy an ETF through a broker, you'll still pay that brokerage transaction fee. With mutual funds, you might avoid brokerage fees, but some charge what's called a load. This is essentially a sales commission. It can be charged when you buy the fund, when you sell it, or under specific conditions. Some fund versions have no load at all. To make things more complex, the same mutual fund is often sold in different series or classes, like Series A, D, or F, each with a different mix of fees and rules. This is why it's so important to do your homework before you buy any fund. A great way to start is finding the fund's official facts sheet. You can search for this document online using the fund's unique name or code. The fact sheet will summarize the fund's strategy, its performance, and crucially, a clear breakdown of all its fees. For ETFs, you can find a similar document, often called a prospectus. Taking this simple step to research fees before you invest can save you from unpleasant surprises and help you keep more of your money working for you. While we haven't covered every single fee out there, like performance fees, the principle remains the same. You need to understand what you're paying. Always compare the fees of your options. Review the services you're getting to see if they justify the cost. If you're paying transaction fees, be mindful of how often you trade. And above all, before you put your money into any investment, take a moment to look up its specific costs and rules. By being aware of the fees, you take control. You ensure that your hard-earned money is being used as efficiently as possible to build your future. Thanks for spending some time with me today on Invest Easy 101. If this guide to investment fees was helpful, please give the video a like. It really supports the channel. If you're new and want more clear explanations to help you start investing, consider subscribing. I'd love to hear your questions or what topics you'd like covered next in the comments below. Until next time, take care.